Hello students, today we are going to discuss about switch block. After completion of this lecture, you will be able to apply switch statements for a given problem. And switch statement comes under the decision making statements. We use the switch statement whenever there are multiple options to be selected and multiple decision statements can be done. This is a syntax, students. We have switch followed by an expression, and we write each and every condition using a label which are called as case labels. So here we have to write the case labels, case space followed by value 1. Like input, if you give value 1 for this, it will execute the statements under value 1. If input is value 2, the statements will be under value 2 block will be executed. So this value 1s can be anything. You can give some numbers, we can also give some letters in the place of value 1 and value 2. And last one, default will be there. If your input does not match with any of these values, by default the statements under default block will be executed, and break will help the program to come out of this switch once the particular statements under default block are executed. And the statement X is related to the program, it is not related to the switch statement. And this is a flowchart we have an entry and switch expression, and here we have expression 1 value 1. It implements only block 1 statements which are related to value 1 only, and next one, if you give input as value 2, only block 2 statements will be executed. And if your input does not match with any of these values, by default whatever statements are there in the default block, that will be executed. After executing the statements, to come out of the switch expression, we use break, and then after, the statements which belong to main are executed. So statement X is a statement which is related to the main program, and this is an example for switch case. So we can give in any random order for the switch case labels. So these are the labels 10, 9, 8. These are value 1, value 2, and so on. Okay. You need not follow ascending or descending order. We can give in any way regarding the switch cases. So here marks are entered and index is calculated. Now when you are asked to enter some input to the switch, so input to the switch is given here, marks by 10. Whatever value you get, that will be your index, and your index can be either 10, 9, 8 or any of among these case labels. So only the statements which belongs to that are entered. If suppose the marks are 100, then index is equal to 100 by 10, that is 10. Then this 10 is passed to the switch case, that is then it goes to case number 10. Whatever statements are there in this particular case, only that will be printed. And to come out of this switch case, we need to use break statement at the end of each case block. Then this is the end of the switch. After end of switch, execution will continue with the statements belonging to main. So printf is a statement which belongs to main, and this will be executed. And go to is another branching statement which can be used either to move from below statements to above statements or above to below statements using backward and forward jump. So here we can see there is a simple program, and we have written loop here, that is loop followed by colon, and here some statements are there, and go to print is there. When the compiler is executing the lines one by one, when it is going down, here we have go to loop, so it go back to the line where loop word is there, so it comes back and again it executes these statements. So the label, this is the direction from which the control has to move, and it should find the loop word, and that loop word should be written in this format, that is the name of that variable followed by colon. These are called as go to label. Again it goes to this line, and whatever statements are there after this loop, that will be executed. So that is the purpose of go to label. And this is a switch case. So try to find out what is output for this program. Take a few seconds and try to solve this one. So since we are giving number equal to 20, 20 is passed to switch case. So it goes to the case label with 20. So here this statement will be printed. Remaining statements will not be printed. When no case is matching, then default statement will be printed. That is, the number which you pass to switch should not be 10, 20, 30. If you pass 40, then it goes to the default state. So summary of the topic, students. Whenever you have multiple choices for selection of the statements, we can use switch case. After completed this discussion, you will be able to apply switch statements for a given problem. And this is a sample question. Write a program implementing switch block. Thank you.